But yeah, back to the gear and the investment. I think that I still have the opinion that gear matters, but it shouldn't be the primary focus. I think
Sure.
that but it's like with everything. I think everything needs to make sense, right? You need to have everything on the same kind of level, I would say.
Right.
This is my opinion, right? So if you're making bad content and you have a good camera and good microphone, it doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to upgrade the camera and microphone. You need to learn to make better content. But if your content is good and you see it's working, and you could upgrade your camera and microphone, then it would make sense to just raise everything to the same level of quality, right? I think you always should focus on things that don't work and try to improve them.
I'm gonna play
And
devil's advocate for just because it'd be funny. If you're making like really bad Minecraft videos, please go buy a $10,000 red camera. I think that would be funny.
yeah, absolutely.
Don't actually do that, please.
Yeah.
That's a car. Like, avoid that. But it would be funny. If you
would
can
be funny,
somehow get your
absolutely.
hands on a red camera, do it. Anyway.
Yeah, but this is, I would say, this is the thing with audio and gear and this kind of stuff. So some people just like to buy new things that I don't like to buy new things because I don't like to spend money.
Yeah.
I only do it if it makes sense and if I can afford it. And I made myself this promise that I would never invest I invested some of my private money once I started the channel just to buy a very cheap microphone and buy an editing software to record my phone's camera. But this is how I started. And I made myself this promise. I would not invest any more money into this channel until it makes money.
Right.
And this is how I dealt with that, and it works pretty well. So I have some other things in mind that I could buy, just maybe something that would make more sense than buying a better camera, because my camera is good. It's not 4K, but I don't need 4K, so
What is
it's
your
fine for
camera
now.
right now?
I have this this Sony what is Alpha 5100.
Yeah, okay.
This one here. Yeah, and that's pretty good. It's a beginner camera, and I got a very cheap lens. And I think the lens upgrade would make the most sense right now instead of upgrading the camera. But then I'm fine for, I don't know, maybe for the next 2 years until the channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I probably would invest into a graphics tablet. I think you got a drawing tablet as well, right?
I do, yes.
So one of the videos,
It's 50,
I want to get one of them.
$50. I think you can afford the investment.
Yeah, I want to get one with a screen.
Yes, okay.
Because then I could use this as an overlay, I think, to record it for my tutorials. Because I like to draw things in tutorials.
Right.
This is something that I recently discovered, because sometimes you just need to explain architecture. For example, in my last video about Kubernetes, I wanted to explain the Kubernetes architecture, which is kind of hard if you can't visualize it somehow, right? So you need some kind of visualizing. And then I thought, maybe I can just show a diagram. And I searched for a software where I can draw something or create a sheet. And this is so horrible. This is so much work. And I thought, well, if I would have a small graphic tablet just to draw something, right? This is the only thing you need to explain something. That would make so much more sense. And I could use this in so many other tutorials when I, for example, explain something about network topologies, or maybe just, I did that once when I explained DNS over HTTPS or DNS over TLS, those kind of things. Just draw the packets and the protocol stacks and so on.
Yeah.
So that just makes sense. So upgrading to something like this will make the quality of the videos much better, I would say. So this would be a great investment into the channel.
I think that would be something that is unlike upgrading, like you could go and get like, you know, a $2,000 camera, $3,000 camera. I don't think many people are going to really notice that change, but something that actually does change the way you're handling the content, that I think is if there's anything you want to buy early, I think that makes considerably more sense.
Absolutely.
I don't have anything on my radar that I'm looking at like that. Like I've got some plans to use the tablet, but I didn't buy the tablet for the channel. I bought this for my own personal use, and I can recoup some of the costs with the channel. But the only upgrades I'm looking at right now are those the lens and the microphone. Once I've got those, I can't see anything else right now that I want to buy. I probably could work some stuff out, but I just like my problem is room. Like there's things I would love to do, but I don't have space to do the things I would want to do.
Yeah, I get that. I have the same problem. It probably doesn't look like, but just because I've created this space behind me exactly how I want it to look, but don't look at the rest of the room. I would love to get a standing desk, but that doesn't work. So I don't have the space for a standing desk because I'm working in the attic. That the roof is blocking that. So I can't get a standing desk. I can't raise it higher. So that's a problem. And but that's something you can change. Yeah, you need to work around this somehow. But yeah, I also don't have anything else that I want to get. Well, probably the upgrade to 4K might work at some point, but let's be honest, this is in the range where people probably don't notice so much, right?
My camera does support 4K. The problem with it is it crops in on the video as well. So if I set it to 4K, the video would look something like this. And it's just like that's not really usable. And I can't move the camera any further back.
Why is that?
It's a cheap mirrorless camera. That's why. It's a Canon M200, so on the same price range as your A5100.
Okay. So maybe these cameras are not made for 4K. I don't know.
Well, I could make it work if I move the camera further away. That's the only way I could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't have any way I could do that. That's my issue with that. If I wanted to go 4K, I would have to get a newer camera or a higher end camera.
Yeah, the problem I have when I want to go with 4K, I probably want at some point, but then I need to get, for recording in OBS, I think I need to get 4K monitors as well, because otherwise, and then I need to upgrade my graphics card, because
good luck doing that right now.
Oh yeah, that is horrible. But yeah, I need to upgrade it at some point. Hopefully I can still wait, but yeah, when you go and you want to make that change to 4K, you need to upgrade a lot of things, right? Your monitors, your capture card, maybe your PC because it's not powerful enough.
You need your hard drive space to deal with the new footage.
Oh yeah,
4 times as large.
Then I'm in the range like 2,000 to 3,000. Yes, it's just too much right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't really need that, but maybe at some point, maybe I can set a goal when the channel hit 100K. I don't know if it ever happens, but I think it should, if I just continue to do what I do, and it may work. I don't know.
I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.